One of the best pain management techniques is to utilize breathing, because breathing is a vastly underrated tool to change our entire physiology and biology for the better. Most of us in the stressed out world that we live in overbreathe. We tend to take short, sharp breaths from our upper chest and lack any diaphragm breathing, which is really, really important, not just for calming us down, but actually almost massaging our organs through the movement of that diaphragm. And so we want to encourage you to slow down the breathing, take essentially less breaths. But that's pretty hard to do in the distracted world that we live in. So we can utilize some techniques. One of the best researched breathing techniques is the 4-7-8, in which you just take a 4-second breath in, you hold for 7, and then you breathe out for 8. And you simply do that twice over. So just take in just under 40 seconds. And you can do that as many times in the day as you want. It's really accessible and it's really easy to do. But essentially, as long as you're taking any period of time where you're breathing out for longer than you're breathing in, it's going to have a calming effect in your body. So you can utilize that as one method to either reduce immediate anxiety, get you out of a stressful situation, or try and calm down a pain flare-up. Or you can more generally try to be more mindful about your breathing and just take note to see if you feel that you're over breathing or feel that you're using your shoulders to breathe. The final part about breathing that we need to talk about is the difference between breathing through your nose and breathing through your mouth. Many of us actually breathe through our mouth, and this is not what it's designed to do. The mouth should be for speaking and eating only. The nose is what we should use for breathing because it filters the air and actually is the only thing that will then have a calming effect on the nervous system. Breathing through the mouth, it tends to dry out the mouth, which is sometimes why you wake up in the morning with a dry mouth, is much more stressful for the body. And research has shown some fascinating changes that happen when you only breathe through the mouth, where people have sealed the nose shut and had blood tests and monitors for the next 24-48 hours and seen extremely high levels of inflammatory chemicals being released simply because they were breathing through their mouth. And so it's really, really important that you learn to breathe through the nose only, especially in times of stress and frankly all the time, but more so in times of stress. One thing that you can start to utilize is trying to make sure that you're using nasal or nose breathing in the nighttime, because otherwise you're going to wake up already in a stress state. And so what you can utilize is using a really small piece of tape. The easiest thing to use is just some simple tape that you'll get in the pharmacy, and just put a tiny little piece to seal over the top of the lip there so it doesn't feel too restricted and that you could take it off if you wanted to. But essentially it seals the lips to stop you breathing through the mouth in the night. This will help you get a much better night's sleep. It will lower your stress levels and essentially potentially lower your inflammation.